Let's get it. Hello. Don't worry, it's Joe. What's good, everybody? Real quick. Well, first off, let me give all glory, honor, and praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ before we start the video. It's because of Him I'm able to do anything. So that's number one. But one thing, last video, it was very blurry and looked really grainy, the footage, which is weird because that was one of the first videos I put in 60 FPS. Usually I'm in 30 FPS just by accident. So if this video is grainy or whatever, I'm just going to go back to 30 FPS. But hopefully it was just a mistake from yesterday. So that's number one. Excuse me. Number two, I don't really know what direction I'm going in this video. I have something I want to talk about, but this is something that just literally hit my brain and I decided to turn on the camera. Because whenever I make these videos, it always works best when I just go straight off the top of the dome. I'm able to expand more on my thoughts as opposed to when I write everything down what I'm thinking, I try to make the video later. I'm never able to recapture my original thoughts. It's like, it doesn't work the same. But nonetheless, I wanted to come on here and make the video because the point I'm trying to make, the reason I'm turning on the camera immediately is because right now I was just in a state of procrastination. You know, I got home from work, I took a nap, you know, I'm up, I'm ready to rock, and I'm like, okay, I need to make a YouTube video. I want to hop on live stream, but there's always something, like whenever I'm like, okay, I need to go get up and work, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to work, then I always find some type of way to put off what I'm doing. So I'm like, oh, I can't record a video right now, you know, I need to charge my phone a little bit more. Here, let me watch some TikToks while I charge my phone. And then, you know, once I finally, okay, let me put down TikTok, let me finally get up and start to get to work. I hop on the computer and I'm like, well, what should I do? Should I stream first? Should I grab my phone and start recording? I'll kind of just sit here and I'll be in front of the computer or I'll be in front of the camera, but I won't really know what to start doing, you know? And I just kind of sit there because I'm like, I want whatever I do, I want it to be effective. Should I make a YouTube short? Should I make a full video? Should I make a Twitch stream? Because I don't want to put in work and then it's a waste of time. But then something kind of just hit me, this phrase, like, all work is effective. You know what I'm saying? Because if I continue to sit here and just watch TikTok, or even just sit here and look at the computer or look at the PlayStation or look at the TV, look at the camera, whatever, without actually putting any work, I'm not doing anything anyways. And I just started to think about, like, in my past in the sports career or whatnot, when it was like, go out and go put in work every day. You know, my dad used to make me go make sure I put in some type of work for basketball every day. And obviously, yeah, some days the work was a lot better, other days were not good. You know, sometimes I trained by myself, sometimes, because I remember we didn't have too much money all the time, so a lot of my training was like solo. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever I could do. So a lot of times I would like go to the park and go play basketball with other people, and you know, so playing with some of those people at the park made me a lot better because you had some really good players at those parks and stuff too. But just thinking about it right now, it's like if I would have said, oh man, well, I should probably work on my ball handling, but what if I go to the, you know, so I should stay home and just work on ball handling, but I also need to get better at my jump shot, so I should probably go to the park. But what if I go to the park and there's no people there, you know? Or what if I need to work on defense, but there's no people there, you know? And I just sit and keep thinking over, well, which one should I do? Should I work on ball handling in the garage? Should I go to the park to work on the shot? Should I work on the D? What if people were there and they get in the way? But you have to, that stuff isn't important. It's not important what you start working on. It's important that you just start working in general. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually you actually can. I feel like we all have this thing where it's like, we have so many options. It's the freedom of choice that kills the mind. Shout out to the warning. But it's the freedom of choice that gets us. Because now we're like, well, should I do this? But if I do this, I'm not going to be able to get this. And, oh, should I go write in my journal? But if I write in my journal, I'm not going to be able to read. Well, should I go read? But if I read, I'm not going to be able to make money. And you have to just start one thing. You feel what I'm saying? This is also something I learned when, it's funny too, when I was unemployed, I learned this thing the most. And now that I, you know, have a job, it's like coming back. It's like harder to like get back to this point. But when I was unemployed, I was able to realize how much time we really have. And that's the thing. We think that yes, our time is limited, so you don't want to waste it. But it's like when you're actually doing something of value, time goes by. It feels like how can I say it? It feels like it goes by fast, but when you actually look at it, when you're constantly doing important things, time doesn't go by as fast as you think. And the reason I bring up when I was unemployed, I used to wake up at about like 7, 8 o'clock, I think, eat breakfast or whatever, you know, just chill out. And then by 10 o'clock, I would leave the house, go to the gym, and then I'll be in the gym for a couple hours playing basketball, lifting weights, leave there by like 12 o'clock, but it already feels like I'm doing a lot. Then I'd go to the bookstore, read my book, work on some stuff for my channel. I've told you guys this story before, but I'd work on some stuff for my channel, read books, do all types of stuff, and that at like 1 o'clock or so, maybe go eat some food, go back to the gym. And after doing all that stuff, because that's a good amount of stuff that I'm doing. I'm eating, I'm reading, I look up and it's only been maybe 4 or 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So from 10 o'clock, it's probably maybe 2-3 o'clock now, and I still have about another good 5-6 hours that I can go do something else to, I can still do other things that I need to do. Then I'll usually go back to the gym and play basketball for a couple more hours. And then I'm thinking, oh man, it must be super late. And then, it's only 7-8 o'clock by the time I finish everything that I'm doing. That was just a rough estimate of the time and everything. But it's like, without so much things to take my energy away, I guess like work and stuff, I'm able to and just being stress free, I'm able to really take full advantage of the day that I have. But I feel like ever since I started working, it's like, you wake up, go to work for 8 hours, and then you come home, and then it feels like you're just so bogged down. Like you don't have time for anything. It's like, well, okay, you go to work, boom, do whatever you need to do. And maybe you have 5-6 hours before you need to go to sleep and get back ready for work again. Excuse me. You might have 5-6 hours before you have to get up and go back to work again. And it's like, you feel like you don't have enough time to do anything that you want to do. Because like, well, I can't do this, I can't read, and you really can do all of that stuff. You feel like I can't read, I can't practice guitar, I can't make a video, I can't do I can't stream. I can only choose so many things. But the reason, and then, well, let me rewind. And then we feel like we can't do all this stuff, and then we might just do something like, okay, I'll just watch TikTok, because TikTok doesn't take that, at least I can just get something from TikTok. I don't have that much time, so I just watch TikTok, and let the time scroll by. And it's pretty funny too that it's called TikTok, because that's exactly what it does. You just scroll, TikTok. Your time is just going away, and your life is passing you by. And it's weird too, because when you procrastinate, you say, let me just go on TikTok, let me go on YouTube, let me go on Instagram, because I don't have enough time to do anything else. The only thing I have time to do is go on TikTok, go on Instagram. That's all I have time for. But when you're scrolling, you realize, like, it's like after you're finished with your little TikTok scrolling session, you realize, actually, I had a lot of time that I could have been doing something productive. TikTok just makes it seem like time is going by slower. And it's a weird thing. I know I said the time goes by fast or whatever, but it's like if you were to hop on a Twitch stream, it might feel like it's going by fast, but maybe the first like 30 minutes or so. But once you're really in it, once you're finally streaming, the time starts to slow down as you do it more, if that really makes sense. Whatever you're doing, when you start reading, it might feel like time is going by fast, but then eventually it ends up slowing down. I don't understand how that works necessarily, but it's like, if you just take the step, if you take the action to make sure you're doing something productive, that's the most important part. All of the work is relevant, whether you're studying, whether you're making a video, whether you're reading a book or whatever. But it's like, when you start hopping on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all this stuff, that's the irrelevant stuff. And that's why time seems like it goes by so fast. It's like time goes by fast when you're not doing anything of value. TikTok is literally just made to waste your time. That's all it is. But if you would actually take the time that you have and use it for the stuff that you actually want to do, stop procrastinating, you would realize you actually have a lot more time than you think. And this is something I'm trying to teach myself, that I'm trying to do. Oh, I can't go to the gym because it's going to take I only have 3 hours. I can't go to the gym. It's going to take this much time. Well, if I go to the gym, I work out for an hour. It's going to take me 15 minutes to get there, 15 minutes to get back, or it's going to take 2 hours. I only have 3 hours. I have 1 hour left. Yeah, it's going to take, so let's say it takes you 2 hours to do everything to go to the gym. You have 3 hours and it takes you 2 hours. You have 3 hours of free time. It takes you 2 hours to go, do everything to go to the gym. You still have 1 hour left after that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all underestimate the power of 1 hour. I'm not even trying to rhyme, but we all underestimate the power of 1 hour. The stuff that you have that you're able to do in 1 hour is actually a lot. But you'll never realize that until you actually start using that hour. Because time is so weird, because time is relative. So there might be some things that you do, 1 hour just seems like it's not any time at all. And then other things that you do, an hour feels like it's just the quickest thing ever. And you can't really control that. what it feels like. But if you go out there and you just say, you know what, even if I only have 1 hour, I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna make the most of it, and that hour might end up feeling very, very long. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know. This was kind of just a video to kind of help you guys stop procrastinating. Just share some thoughts. I'm sure you guys have some of the same thoughts, feeling, and opinions. So, yeah, man. One thing I say, when you feel like procrastinating, that's really when you got dig down, hunker down. You feel like you have a million different choices of things to do, different things to pick. Just go and pick one thing. Just pick one thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And I guess even one more thing to help you. Just make sure make sure your shit is already set up properly, so that by the time it comes to pick, you don't have to, it's already set up. It's as simple as open the computer, turn on the camera, whatever the case may be. So it makes it harder for you to procrastinate. But at the end of the day, it's all within the mind. You know what I'm saying? But you got to make the choice to do whatever it is that you want to do, and just make the best of the life that you have, because you only got one. You don't want to look back in 10 years and say, damn, look at all the time I scrolled on TikTok. What if I would have worked on, even if I would have taken 1 hour away from TikTok every day and worked on something important, I would be a lot farther along in life. So I just want to leave you with that. But I'm about to hop on live stream right now. I go on Twitch, twitch.tv/worry_joe. Come check me out. We're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. We're having a good time on there. But other than that, as always, like, subscribe, comment, watch another video to boost the algorithms, everything like that. And I'm going to check you later.